I just want to say a quick disclaimer before this episode gets started. I am not a doctor. Steven is not a doctor.
Pretty obvious.
I am not a professional in the baby world and the ovulation world and all of that. It's just information that I have kind of Googled over the last months and what has been in my head. I might be saying stuff wrong. So please do not take everything that I say as facts, because I am human. And again, like I said, I am not a professional.
And if you guys want to educate us in the comments. You guys know a little bit more on a topic, comment it down below.
If we said something wrong, yeah, please
correct us, because obviously we want to give out
information, that is accurate, and we want you guys to have that information too. So maybe read the comments to see if we did say something wrong. Again, I am not a doctor or professional, and we just needed to say that really quick before this episode got started.
All right, enjoy.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to A Glimpse of Clarity.
Yay, new episode. Sorry we missed last week.
Yeah, our whole last week was insane, so I just told Steven, it's okay. We're going to miss it. Our other video is going to be more exciting anyway.
Yeah.
And now we had a week for you guys to have some more videos come out where now we can talk about the stuff in this episode without ruining some things for you guys.
Yeah. So if you guys already didn't know, surprise, we're pregnant.
I'm pregnant, Steven, not you.
I got so many comments on that.
I know. So if people get so mad when people say we're pregnant, I understand. Yes, I am the one that is physically pregnant, but it just sounds weird saying I am pregnant because we're one now. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
It's my baby too.
I do understand though, because we go through the physical aspect of it and the emotional ride. So women want to be I'm pregnant. You're not pregnant.
I get that. I do.
Yeah, I understand that too. But whenever I say we're pregnant, I'm not trying to offend people. I guess we just need to say we're having a baby.
Yeah.
And Madeline's
we're having
pregnant.
a baby and Madeline's pregnant.
Yeah.
Is what we need to say. But I get that.
I understand too why people get a little.
Yeah.
I don't know. We got so many comments on that when we titled the video, We're Pregnant, but we had already titled the video before that, We're Having a Baby. So I just didn't know what to put. And I don't want to say I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because anyway, we'll move on.
Sounds like
from
I'm
that.
not excited whenever you say I'm pregnant.
Yeah. So we're just going to move on from that. Just felt like we needed to say that. But yes, I am pregnant and we're having a little baby.
Yeah. So before this, Madeline was like, we need to say up front, we're going to say they because
they and them,
because we don't want to
give a gender to it yet.
Yes.
And I don't want to say it. Like I just said it. So I like saying they and them.
But also they is singular right here. So we only have one baby in there.
Yes.
So that's another thing. If we say they, it's not multiple babies.
Yeah. Because every time I say that, people are like, they?
There are two in there.
3? And I'm like, no, it's just one.
Yeah.
But I just don't want to give a gender yet. Yeah. So when we say they and them, that is why. Don't think that there's multiple.
There's more in there.
Yeah.
I've been saying it.
I don't like saying it. I feel like that's just so mean. I don't know.
It is small.
I know.
It's a little thing in there.
I just like saying they are small because it's a person.
Okay, yeah.
It's a baby.
There's a little baby in there. Okay, so I think just this episode we're talking about how we found out and everything and the journey that has led up to this moment in time.
Not the actual.
We don't want to talk about that.
Oh, it makes me so uncomfortable.
This needs to start a little more than 8 months ago, 9 months ago.
Yeah.
Is when the story takes place.
I also wanted to say that now when you guys, if you re-listen to our podcast or say you go back and listen to them after this episode, you'll know why in the last 3 episodes or 2 episodes that I'm so tired. I can't wait to go to sleep. I have been so tired this pregnancy, which they say once you get into the second trimester that it's supposed to get better. And I really hope it does. But whenever I say I take 3-hour naps a day,
she's not joking.
Literally do.
She's not exaggerating either. It's
I'll wake up at 10 o'clock and take a nap by 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's so bad. So that's definitely been one of my number one symptoms. being tired.
Yeah.
So when you re-listen to them, you'll know when I'm like, it's my nap time.
And you've even said in other episodes, you're like, you guys will just know soon. Like, it'll all make sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense why Madeline's so tired now.
It was so hard to keep it from you guys. Like,
not for me.
Yeah, whatever. Like, it was so hard. Like, there were so many things that like I just wanted to be like scream it from the rooftops, but we couldn't. We actually had to keep it from our parents for like 4 weeks.
Yeah, almost a month.
Yeah, it was a long time.
That was hard.
Yeah, I barely saw our parents.
I didn't want to say, like, I didn't want to be around them.
Yeah, because I knew that they would know. Okay, anyway, we're going to go back in time.
9 months ago.
So September was our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
And we wanted to at least enjoy like our first year of marriage. A lot of people say to do that.
Also, sorry, before you get into that, a bunch of people say like, since we are pregnant young, they're like, you're wasting away like your prime years. Like, go travel.
We've traveled.
We've traveled.
So much. I mean, not to like Bali and New Zealand and stuff like that, but we have definitely.
We got our travel through.
Like I feel like I'm tired of going on an airplane.
You've been traveling by yourself since 16, 17.
Yeah.
Too. And so that's almost 10 years, 8 years. 8 years, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
16 to 24.
Wow.
You've been traveling.
I wasn't 16. I think I was 17.
6 years.
But still.
7 years, I mean.
Wow. Yeah.
Madeline's been traveling for 7 years.
I was on a tour, like a social media tour. And so I got the privilege of getting to go to like different places like
every weekend.
Canada. It was every other weekend. Yeah. Like I would go to places like Canada, to other states like California, New York. Yeah. Like I definitely got to travel. And then for us, like, I feel like we did too.
We've gone to Mexico a couple of times. We've gone on cruises together. We've road tripped with my parents.
Yeah, so. I definitely would say that like our situation is completely different than your typical early 20-year-olds. Like our job is so flexible that we can go on a trip and we're still doing our job.
And we're lucky enough to be able to do that. Like we don't have to
call off work
for time off.
Yeah. And so, we definitely feel like we've already got to experience that.
Yeah.
I don't know. And we also have, because people were commenting about like, oh, good luck. Y'all are young, like whatever. But I feel like we're in a whole different like.
Yeah. Not every 22 and 24-year-olds are the same.
No.
Right. Like, so like, I'm trying to think like whenever people think of 22-year-olds, they're thinking like immature, like crazy, going to Walmart and pranking people on the intercom.
Yeah. And I also don't want you guys to compare yourself to us because we are the like exception. Like this is not normal. Like what we have is not, I wouldn't classify it
like
as
a
normal.
Typical 22, 24-year-old. We are beyond lucky that we are in the situation that we are.
And I don't want you guys to like compare and be upset. It's just because of you guys that you have given us this opportunity to be where we're at. But that doesn't mean that if you are young and having a child that you can't make it work.
Yeah,
like
and that you can't be happy.
Yes, I've seen so many young parents who are amazing parents. And so what?
Like people that are 18 that have babies are good parents. Like they can be good parents. You just have to be a good parent. And I don't know what being a parent's like yet because we don't have our kid yet. But like not every young person is going to be a bad parent.
And it's not every young person is the same. Like there are definitely like more mature 18-year-olds.
So I like to say that I'm mature, but you guys are being like, whatever.
Yeah.
But by maturity, I mean like I can still be goofy and stuff, but like I'm not like I don't go to parties like all the time. Like we're lame. We don't go to parties. Like I'm trying to think of other things because I said that straight up.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But like I don't go to Walmart and like play pranks on people. I'm not like in the college scene where like I'm trying to fit in with everybody.
And that's okay if you are, because you are in your prime 20s, your early 20s. You can't get that back. But I just feel like we had different opportunities that kind of made us have to grow up.
We grew up faster than the normal.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's situation is so different. And that's another thing too. Like, it makes me upset whenever I feel like people are getting married younger than they used to. And it makes me sad seeing other girls or guys be like, I want that. Like, I'm 25 and I'm still not in a serious relationship.
But that's fine.
Okay.
It's okay. It's
Everyone's timelines are so different.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah. The hardest thing is just comparing yourself to everybody. Like, I still compare myself to people that are younger than us or like our same age. And like, it is hard. But like, you just need to know that literally everybody is different. Everybody's timeline is different. Everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Like, you get one life, do whatever you want to do.
And whatever makes you happy. If having no kids makes you happy, if not getting married makes you happy, do that. Like, it's your life. But yeah, anyway, we went on a tangent because people were commenting about, oh, you're so young. Good luck. Also, I would like to say, I have older sister who has 3 kids. And so I have been around babies all the time. And I've babysat since I was like 11 years old. Like, I've been around like babies and children.
So this is new for me.
Yeah, but you helped me babysit like Jody's children and stuff. So and I know here, I'll just let you say it because Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like, I know it's not the same. Like, it's not me being the mom 24/7, but I have at least been able to change diapers all my life. Like, I changed my first diaper when I was literally 11. Yeah. Like, it's
not like foreign and you're just like, I just hate that people think that we're going to be bad parents because we're young.
Yeah, and that's not the case. And also, we have the internet to learn stuff. Back then, you had to like call someone and be like, hey, so they have you
had to do Morse code on
rash, whatever. Yeah. We at least have the internet. Yeah. And we can get advice. Like, we've been watching before we even knew we were pregnant. We've been watching like parenting TikToks, and like I
follow like so many.
Yeah, we're on parenting TikTok, which I know our situation may be different as time goes on and our views may change. But we have been like preparing for this moment because we have been trying for 8 months, which we will get into that.
It's also something that we talked about the other day. I'm glad that you said that. Because we were talking about the other day, like, obviously, whenever you say something on the internet, it stays there forever. So whenever we say we won't
never do that,
our views may change in the future. Like, I've had views that I had in the past that are totally different than they are right now, but that doesn't make me the person that I used to be. I'm the person that I am now. So like, if this video comes up like 10 years in the past and we say, oh, I will never let our kids have an iPad. I'm just saying that for an example. And we give our kids an iPad, they're going to screen record this, be like, well, you said this, but situations change and views change and everything. So.
Yeah. So in future episodes, we'll probably like say that constantly because we do want to like talk about things we want and what we want to do and not do whenever like our kid is born. Like what we want to post and not post.
But that's a totally different episode. That's the long episode itself. So we probably won't get into it this time, but there will be an episode like, because we don't want to be that family channel. I'm doing air quotes if you're listening, but that we don't want to be that family channel that literally posts everything. Like obviously we know our kid is going to have its own boundaries or their own boundaries,
but that they can't
control like what we post. So we
definitely are thinking and we definitely know like stuff that we want to post and not post. But yeah, we'll save that for a future episode. Yeah. But we will definitely be saying again about how our views may change in 2 years. We may say we will never do this and then boom, we're going to do it. Like, I feel like that's very common for any parent, like even
especially
if they're
first-time parents too.
Yeah, if they're not even social media, like they might see a kid in a restaurant and be like, "Oh, I will never do that with my kid," and then there they are doing the same thing. Yeah. So we understand, and we also don't want to be like seen as hypocrites when people bring like stuff back up.
That episode back up.
Yeah, because we change. Everybody changes as a person. I'm sure you were not the same person that you were 3 years ago. And I would hope that you're not. Like I would hope that you've learned the new things. And I don't know. Anyway.
Sorry that we went on that little tangent. I felt like we had to talk about that.
We haven't talked about any of it. Like, guys, it has been like boiling up inside of us.
Whenever we talk about this, something else will come to mind and be like, oh yeah. And then we'll go on another tangent probably. But okay, I think now it's time to go back the 9 months after we bought. Did we ever say that yet? The thing on Amazon?
No. So I was going to say, so September, we had our 1 year anniversary and we kind of just started deciding, we're like, like maybe kids would be kind of fun. And so we kind of just like dabbled with the idea, thought about it for like a month. And then in November, I had bought ovulation test on Amazon because we had finally we're like, yeah, I think like now is a good time. Like we're stable. We have a home, like we're good in our marriage. We had fun our first year.
Yeah. But also, if you don't have that doesn't mean that you still can't have a kid.
Yeah, definitely not. I just feel like it made us peace of mind.
It made us more comfortable with the fact going into like a new part of our life.
Yeah, this new chapter. Yeah. So I ordered on Amazon these easy at home ovulation test, and they it's like an app on your phone. It was pretty easy to use. So I don't know if you guys are in the market of trying to find them. But yeah, I just ordered them on Amazon, and the app was really useful. It helped track. I know a lot of people right now are saying like, don't use period apps.
Because it
something to do with that. I'm not really sure.
I don't know
why.
how that can
it's something about the government, something.
It sounds like just a huge conspiracy theory.
I don't know. I've been seeing so many TikToks of it. So I don't know if you're in the market or if you're wanting to do that kind of thing. But I think you can also just read them yourself. But it was really nice because all I had to do was take a picture of it. And it would be like, oh, mega fertile.
Yeah.
Not really.
You are fertile right now.
Yeah, not those actual words. But it definitely did help. So I started doing that probably early December. Mm-hmm. Actually doing them.
I never even knew what ovulation was at all. Whenever you first said that word, I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't know you go through cycles.
I didn't really know what it was either. And I'm a female until I started looking into pregnancy, because I had been seeing so many people having problems with trying to get pregnant. And I was like, really? I just feel like it was kind of easy. You hear of all these people just getting pregnant. But
so
nobody,
fast and easy,
now it's become so common for people to finally talk about infertility,
and be open about it
and be vulnerable. I know that's such a scary situation, especially with miscarriages.
Yeah.
Or just, I know is very triggering to a lot of people. So I hate saying it. But I do think that it helps that people are starting to talk about it
and be open with it.
Show that you are not alone.
You're not the only person going through it.
Yeah. Steven and I were not in the infertility window necessarily. They recommend waiting a year of trying, active trying, until you until you go to the doctors to try to figure out, okay, is something wrong with what? What's happening?
Who's wrong with who?
Well, not what's wrong, but it's not anybody's
there be an issue?
fault. Yeah. What's the
issue here?
Yeah, exactly. So, we just kept trying, waiting.
We're doing it for quite a while.
Yeah. I would say late November, early December is when we actually were okay, let's do this.
Start trying. Let's do it. Ovulation tests. Mm-hmm. How often do you take those? Was it once a month or once a week or what?
You can take them all the time, but I would do it about 2 weeks before I was supposed to start my period.
I see.
Let me.
Yeah, because you just hear about all these people getting pregnant super easy, and so whenever we went into it, we thought, oh yeah, whenever I do something that I usually don't do, it's gonna happen, and we're gonna get pregnant right then and there.
Yeah,
but it takes a while.
I was just trying to make sure because honestly, I don't really remember. It was about 2 weeks before is when I would track to see when I was actually when the most fertile window was. Yeah. But everybody's cycle is different. And that's what's cool about the app is it kind of tracks, because that's another thing is it'll say you ovulate 2 weeks before, but not everybody does. Some people ovulate 7 days before. Some people ovulate 19 days before. Not, I'm just making those up, but everybody's window is different because like these apps will tell you like based on your period, oh, this is probably the best day, but it might not actually be that month.
Yeah.
Like it could be 2 days before that. And you only have like 48 hours that the egg is actually able to be fertilized.
That's so crazy.
Which is another thing I did not know.
Yeah.
Like I just thought, oh, sex, boom, you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's what they teach you. As soon as you do
it, yeah, that's what I thought growing up. Like,
but the egg is only like able to be fertilized for like less than 48 hours.
And if you actually like know more about this stuff, like educate us in the comments because like if you understand,
I'm not a doctor. I've just been trying to figure it out myself.
Because I'm kind of fascinated by it now because I thought it was totally different this entire time until we started trying.
Yeah. And so with that, the strips will like tell you like, okay, well, it's actually like you're super, like the line's super dark. That means go time.
Cool. All right. So what happened next after we start doing that?
So we started doing that. I think in the video, I can't remember, I took my first pregnancy test in February. Okay. And my periods were very like kind of
they've kind of been off. Like, I mean, they weren't off like by a lot, but
those other months, so like December and January, I had started on time, so I didn't even have time to even think about taking one.
Yeah.
And so those other times I was just like testing to see. But then we finally got pregnant in
how many months later? So June 2nd we found out.
Yeah.
Are we saying that like publicly? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. So June 2nd we found out. We
were pregnant for like, I think it's like a month
before. So we found out pretty early at like 5.5 weeks, right?
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think because I thought we were doing ovulation for 8 months.
Well, we started at the ending of November.
Oh, okay.
So ending of November, December,
January, February, March, April, May, June.
So 7
months. Okay.
But we said we started like thinking about getting pregnant in September.
But we obviously didn't start trying until a little bit after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't start doing the ovulation strips until the ending of November. But we had decided in September, like maybe this time is like, but maybe this is a good timing for kids.
Yeah.
So we've just been saying about 8 months. I don't know.
Cool.
But we found out we were pregnant in June. All those negative tests were super sad. I just remember, especially even like just starting, I was like, where's blood, Steven? I was like, mother trucker. Yeah. Like I was like, I started. And Steven's like, you need to stop telling me like that you're about to start or whatever. Because then I'm going to be.
Yeah. Because I'm going to be expecting it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to expect that you're pregnant if you haven't said anything or whatever. So I stopped doing that the last like 2 months.
Because every time you'd be like, I started. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Well, I would say like, oh, I'm supposed to start tomorrow. And then if I didn't, like that's when you'd be like,
yeah.
Yeah. But then I would start the next day. Yeah. But anyway.
And then after that, she ignored me all day. Whenever she found out, she found out in the morning.
Yeah, let me talk about that.
And then she told me way later in the afternoon.
Okay, so that morning I woke up and I was just like, you know what? Like, I just feel weird. I was like, I feel off. I think I was a day late.
I thought you were early.
No, I was early testing. Like they say to wait like a week after you missed your period.
I see.
To have like the best read, but I had tested early from being late. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I typically start on like the 1st of the month or like the 1st of the month or like the 31st or 30th. Mm-hmm. And so this was June 2nd and I was like, I can't wait another day. Like I don't want to wait. And so I was just like, I feel like, I don't know, like my stomach was like rumbly, but it wasn't like period about to start. Like it was something different. And I was just like, this is kind of weird.
Test this really quick.
Yeah. So I woke up that morning, did my makeup, did my hair, like just in case. That's why I was like actually ready. I think it was 10 in the morning.
That's embarrassing for me because after that you're like, Steven's asleep.
Yeah, I think it was 10 in the morning. And so
I got to get that on lock.
Waking up.
Yeah. That'll just happen, I think, naturally, though.
Yeah, for sure. I will wake you up. I will say,
are you kidding me?
Go get the baby.
Are you kidding me? You're going to wake me up out of my slumber?
I'm going to put the baby on your side of the bed. So then I don't have to get
I'm going
up.
to sleep with earmuffs on.
No, so I just felt something was different, and it was really funny because I was texting my friend Sarah that morning.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, this is a secret, but we've been trying for a baby. Like, I literally texted her that morning as I was like doing my hair. Yeah. And then I went and tested and found out I was pregnant, which I didn't tell her until like a month after. Yeah. I think we had already got the sonogram. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did, because I sent her that picture. And I was like, you remember that morning whenever I told you that we've been trying? Yeah. I was like, well, I actually found out I was pregnant literally like 10 minutes later.
That's so crazy.
But anyway, so yeah, I got up, did my hair and makeup. That's why I looked good. The other video before that, I looked busted. So I was like, I definitely
you gotta try this time.
Yeah, I was like, just in case. Yeah. So anyway, I took the test and I like knew, but like at the same time, I didn't want to get my hopes up. I didn't want to get excited because I had already been like super let down the other times. Yeah. But bro, when I saw that extra line, I was like, that's different. Yeah. I was like, that was not there in the other one. Yeah. And yeah, I'm pregnant.
That's crazy that you can even talk about it now. That you can even say that on camera.
I know. In the video, I literally like fall to the ground and don't remember doing that. I don't even know what I was doing on the ground. Probably just like staring at it. And then I was like, wait, I haven't even showed the camera yet.
You know what I'm upset about?
What?
You told Mia first.
I did tell Mia.
Or Kat.
Mia's the first girl I told.
She can't even process that. She can't even comprehend that.
I know. Yeah.
So I'm not actually mad about that.
I did go tell her because she was in my office.
But yeah, you like went to Fort Worth and did all this stuff today. And I was like trying to call you back and forth. I was like, hey, I'm bored. What's up? And you're just like,
I know, you called me so many times and I was like trying so hard to like not act different. I was like, yeah, I'm just shopping.
First of all, I get like super paranoid. Like whenever you drive alone in Fort Worth, like by yourself, because it's like far away.
Yeah.
Like, I can't like come and get you. Mm-hmm. So that's like probably why I call you, because I'm like, hey, are you okay?
So I knew I had to leave the house because we would have been there all day. Yeah. And
I would have been able to tell that you're acting so weird.
He would have been like, what's wrong with you? Because I was so giddy. Oh my gosh. I could not stop smiling. And so I also was like, shoot, I need to figure out a way I'm going to tell him. I didn't have anything except for one onesie on hand that like I had hidden. So I've had it for like months. Yeah. And I was like, just in case, like I'm going to have it. But I didn't even know what I was going to put on the onesie, but I knew I wanted to do something like that. So anyway, whenever I was on my way to Fort Worth, I pulled over and I filmed that like little clip on my phone. I didn't bring the camera because he would know something was up.
If Madeline brought the camera with her.
Yeah. So unfortunately, it's all iPhone footage, but whatever.
But I also like, people say like, oh, you buy a camera for YouTube. You can just use a phone. Like phones are fine. I don't know why I said that. Because obviously, it's not even relating to the video. Anyways, but yeah, you like ignored me all day. Yeah, so I was in the parking lot and I looked up like Pinterest ideas on how I could tell you. And I found a really cute like idea. And then I was like, I'm just going to go to Michael's, walk around, and then I'm sure I'll get like my creative juices. Yeah, creative juices going. And so I found this cute little box and I was like, we could use this as like a little memento, like in the future, just like something in our house decor, because we've been doing like the light wood look in our house. Yeah. I want to get a plant. I want to get a big plant in our house.
Okay. We can get a big plant.
Like the plant right there.
Yeah.
Like I want a real one.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And so then I was just shopping around, found some stuff. And then I had to figure out what I was going to put on the onesie. And I just thought like, hello, daddy would be cute. Yeah. I don't know.
So long story short, Madeline comes home and
she's like 5 o'clock at this point.
She's like, I need you to go to the store.
Oh, wait, no, this one, it was like 4. Yeah.
I needed you to go to the store. So I go to the store.
Well, I was supposed to go to the store on the way home. And I was like, dude, I'm not going to have any time. How am I going to make this onesie without him knowing? So I came home and I was like, I'm so tired. Like, can you go to the store?
So I was like, yeah, I'll go to the store.
And I was like rushing in my office.
But I only went there for like 4 things and I came back with like $100 worth of snacks.
Yeah.
So I came back and I'm like loaded with groceries on both arms.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I had already had the phone and camera set up. So I was like helping Steven put the groceries up, but trying not to be, I don't know,
like suspicious or anything.
Yeah. And I just really wanted him to come into the bedroom, but like without trying to make him think like something was up.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you need help? And I was like trying to like fake help him. Told him I had bought him something for his office.
Yeah. So I walk in there and you guys will see in the video. I think this is going up after the video of.
Yeah, they would have already seen it.
So if you guys haven't seen me finding out that we're pregnant, go watch that video before I ask you this. Or before I tell you this, but because going into there, that was the last thing I was expecting to find out that Madeline was pregnant. I was not expecting at all. Like I said, we've been trying for 7 months and every test is negative. So keep that in mind. So I go in there and I look at the box and I'm like, like you're filming me. Is something going to come out at me?
Yeah, he thought it was going to scare him. I was like, babe.
So I open it up and I'm like, it didn't hit me. And I thought you were pranking, even though I know you said that you would never prank me with that. Like, I was just like, is this like reality? Am I like dreaming right? Like, what's going on? So anyways, I'm like, are you serious right now? Are you serious? Like, please tell me if you're serious. Like,
yeah, his eyes were
like my brain was running a million miles an hour. Like I couldn't comprehend anything. Like I was already planning the birth and everything in my head. I'm just kidding. But like, yeah, I see it and I can't like control myself. Like I didn't know what was going on. So after I like give her a hug, like you just see me stare into space. And I already know comments on that video is going to be like, oh my God, he's like rethinking his whole life and everything. But that's not the case. I was like,
I was surprised you did not cry. Like
I was honestly, so shocked. I was literally in shock. I had no idea what was going on. And then as you see later in the video, I'm like, I don't come to terms. I'm trying to think of like the right wording for it. Like I kind of understand what's happening right now. And I'm like in the moment, I'm not like thinking about whatever. I'm like in the moment and I'm like, okay, like this is like actually real. Like this is totally fine. Like what's going to happen? This is what we've been this is what like we were trying to do.
And we had been like saving up and we had been like preparing for the moment.
Yeah. So as soon as I saw that, like I said earlier, that was the last thing I was expecting to open whenever I saw that box or what I was trying to find out.
Yeah.
Oh, and the night before, we're going to talk about that too. The night before we were outside, like looking at clouds and there was like a cloud baby, a cloud that looked like a baby. And Madeline was like, oh, that looks like a baby. Take a picture of it. So I did.
Because I said, what if I'm pregnant?
And I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. Don't get your hopes up. I literally said, don't get your hopes up. I wonder if we can find that on the Ring camera if it's too late now.
It's probably way too late now.
Yeah, so
dang, that would have been a good idea. I bet you it would have been too windy though.
Yeah, to even hear. So I get the camera out and take the picture. And then next day she found out that she was pregnant. Like that was literally the night before. That
I saw like there was a cloud. It looked like a belly and it looked like a baby coming out of the belly. And I was like, oh, look, babe. I was like, because we were doing, like looking in the clouds and finding shapes and saying, oh, that looks like a tiger or that looks like a whatever.
I wonder if that's still there. I could try to find it. And
I doubt it.
Because I'm like, don't get your hopes up, like everything. But anyways, I am shocked. And then I put on my cat dad shirt later in that video because I'm like, now I can get a new shirt that I'm going to be a dad.
A human dad.
That's weird. Like that was weird. And so like, I was just.
You're still a cat dad, but cat and human dad.
Yeah, it was freaking me out. I was like, dude, like she's growing a human, like, and a test actually said, like we're just trusting a little stick that said, yeah, you're pregnant.
It did take
and it
two.
Works.
So I didn't even take a second one. Actually, that was like kind of bad on my part before I went and bought all this stuff. And then on the way home, I was like, I should probably buy a different pregnancy test. So I bought one that didn't have like the pink color because I wanted like the neutrals in his box. I don't know. More for aesthetic.
There's a pea stick in that box now.
Yeah, main for like aesthetics, whatever. And so I like stopped at Walgreens and bought like their brand because it was like a clear top or whatever. And when I took it, I was like, please be pregnant.
No,
that's
gonna be cool.
Really sad.
But yeah, so that's how I found out. How in depth are we going into this? Are we talking about like everything that's been going on, or are we going to talk about that in a future video.
Just about like you finding out, because at that point, that's all they'll know as of right now. But that night we did go eat at our favorite restaurant as like a little celebratory dinner.
That's when it really hit me.
Yeah. And we saw a family of, I think it was a little girl that was like 2 or something. Yeah. It was a mom and dad. And Steven started crying because I was like, that's going to be us one day. And then I look over and Steven's like,
I have tears like rolling down my face. And I'm like, oh my God, like, it's actually happening.
Yeah.
But
and
I am excited. I don't want people to see that video and be like, he's rethinking his entire life. Right
no,
now. Like, I'm so excited. Like I was excited in that moment I was in shock and I couldn't think of
We should
anything.
Probably put like a disclaimer at the beginning.
I want to like get on camera and be like, hey,
yeah, this is me now. And I think it's funny though. Like I love reactions like that when the guys are like, what? Like that guy who found out he was having triplets and he was like, no, wait, what does this mean? No, what? Like he's like freaking out.
Yeah.
That's funny. I mean, like your world, like it really is like a big life change. Of course you're going to have that like,
that shock factor moment.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's understandable.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, what? Like, this is
blew
real
my mind.
now.
Like, I was not expecting it. Like, that was the last thing I was expecting.
Yeah. So,
how long do you think we've been recording?
56 minutes.
37.
What? Are you flipping kidding me?
I'm being dead serious.
I thought we were almost to the, I guess 45 is about what we go to. Yeah, I did not know that. I literally thought we've been talking for a long time.
I'm trying to think of like what else, because I thought we were like going way longer than, so like I'm okay with this. So like I'm trying to think of anything else that we can say right now.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about how, so the future videos that you guys will be seeing within the next like 2 weeks is us going to our first ultrasound. And then we wanted to go to our first sonogram ultrasound and make sure everything was okay with the baby before telling too many people in like our family. And we wanted that picture for when we told our parents. Yeah. I'm also, so excited to post that video.
What's the difference between an ultrasound and a sonogram? Are they like synonyms or what? Like,
I think a sonogram is like the baby looking at, no, I think it's like looking at the baby, but you can get an ultrasound of whenever I've gotten ultrasounds of my abdomen before, but it wasn't for a sonogram.
Okay.
I think, I don't know.
You guys are more intelligent than us. Let us know.
I think we've looked it up before.
I can't remember because that's what I was trying to think, because we say ultrasound and sonogram. I feel like I need to get that terminology down before I start saying it everywhere.
Difference between the takeaway. Although often used interchangeably, ultrasound is a procedure of using sound waves to create images from inside the body. Sonogram is the image produced by an ultrasound.
Okay, so I was right. Sonogram is that fold out.
Okay, thing. And the ultrasound is the act of taking the photo.
Yeah.
And looking at it. Yes.
Using sound waves.
So it's the same reference to the same exam.
I was just about to say something, but like I want them to be excited in the video about the.
Oh, yeah.
Can we say that, or are we just. Because like you don't usually get that the first.
You don't have to say the beats per minute, but we heard the heart rate.
Yeah, so that was a really cool thing. Like because we went for our 8-week appointment, so we already knew for 2 or 3 weeks that we were pregnant. Mm-hmm. And
I think it was like 4.
I forgot that you went to Missouri while you were pregnant.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna fast forward and then we're gonna jump back in the timeline a little bit. Okay. But once we went to get our ultrasound done, we were not expecting to hear the heart rate or the heartbeat at all, because like
we had heard that you don't.
You don't
like
typically. Some
places they don't do the heartbeat.
But yeah, the ultrasound tech was really cool, and she's like, "You guys want to hear the heartbeat?"
Yeah, and then
we were like, "Yeah," because like that doesn't usually happen, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, they tell you what the heart rate is, not necessarily hearing it.
But we heard it, and that was weird.
Yeah, because I think, like, I've heard people saying, like, you can tell the tech you don't want to hear it because I guess something to do with, like, touching the baby's heart is, like, really bad or something.
But if it's just sound waves, it's just the sound waves hitting it.
But it's, like, something to do with, like
pushing on it or something?
Something to do with it's like basically poking the heart. is what it feels like
and
to
you don't
the
want
baby.
to do it too early to where it could cause something to happen.
And it doesn't, I don't know if it hurts the baby or what, but it's like uncomfortable. And they say it's really not medically needed. It's more of like for the mom and dad. Like it's not. That's what I heard.
We didn't ask for it if that's the case. We really didn't. She just asked if we wanted.
You can tell them like, oh, I don't need to hear it if like that you are worried about that is what I heard.
But seeing it on the thing, like on the screen, freaked me out.
I am not a doctor and I am not a baby expert. I did not go to school for this kind of thing. So it's just what I've read on the internet.
Spitting lies right now.
I know. We need to put a disclaimer at the beginning.
Yeah.
At the very ending, we're going to film something today.
We need to have friends in like every field that we talk about. So like we could call them up.
Ask them questions. Yeah. But then it's too late because I'm already talking and then I'm not just going to call them.
What we can do is we can get somebody on the phone and record it on there so we can have the phone call and then they can be a part of the podcast.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go back in time. I found out on the 2nd. I already had a trip planned to Missouri on the 7th. To go see my family. Steven wasn't going. I forgot why.
It was just too expensive. It was going to be like an extra $300 for me to go.
Oh, okay.
But I'm so glad that I didn't go though.
Yeah. We'll talk about that in a second too. So we go and, I go with my parents and my nephew. And so I was a basket case, like pregnancy hormones out the wazoo. I was insane. And my mom like couldn't figure out why, but I was like, yeah, I'm late on my period. And when I'm late, I'm like super crazy, is what I was like trying to say. And I like convinced everybody that I was on my period. I literally brought pads and tampons and would like plant them in the trash can.
Yeah.
So my mom would think, and she had absolutely no clue that I was pregnant when we told her.
Yeah.
So my plan worked. But anyway, I was mega crazy and I was just trying to write it off as like PMS, I'm on my period, whatever. So it was really hard because I was super nauseous too, but luckily I get car sick just anyway. And so I was like blaming it on that. I was like, oh, I'm so car sick, like whatever. But I was so nauseous. Anyway, so yeah, that kind of sucked and then I sucked because we had just found out and then I had to leave Steven and then I was by myself.
So how long was the trip originally planned for?
Oh I forgot about that. I literally trauma blocked that.
Like 4 or 5 days.
I think it was supposed to be a 4-day.
4-day trip. And then during that 4-day trip, 2 days in, our YouTube channel got hacked.
Yeah, I got hacked, taken down, like taken over. They were in our email, whatever. Super scary. And
we
thought we lost everything and we had just found out we were pregnant too and nobody knew that, but I was like, oh my God, like our job is taken away from us.
And then
and we're about to bring a child.
Nobody knew that we were pregnant except for us.
Yeah.
And so having that on our minds too, like, are we even going to be able to like make money? Like, are we going to even be able to survive? And like,
because it's no secret, this is how we make our money. This is our job.
We were just freaking out. And I don't think people really understand like how scary it is to have that taken away from you. Like everything on the internet, you don't know who it is. It's somebody on the other side of the world or other side of the country. And they have everything of yours, literally everything of yours.
It's just stripped away our last 5 years of work. And it's hard to grow on YouTube. Like it's hard to even get monetized.
Especially now.
Yeah, our podcast, it took us like 3 months to get monetized and we already had an established fan base. Yeah. Like it's so hard. And so we were just panicked, freaked out, whatever. Pregnant, couldn't tell anyone. Awful. And then the day we're supposed to leave, our flight got canceled and they were going to have us not fly out until Tuesday.
I think we already talked about this on the podcast.
I think we did. Yeah, we definitely did. But anyway... Yeah. Again, I was pregnant when all of this was happening. I just wanted to be home so bad with Steven. Like, I just wanted to be home. Our YouTube channel had been hacked. Like, we were still scared of everything, changing passwords on everything. Like, it was a nightmare. And then that happened. We weren't even going to fly out till like 2 days later, but luckily we kept our flights. If you want to watch that, I think we titled it
like Madeline's worst experience or something. I don't know. It's probably like episode 16 or 17 or 15.
I think we did like travel experience, something along the lines of that. So if you want like a more in-depth story, you can watch that.
4 or 5 episodes ago.
But keep in mind that I had just found out I was pregnant during all of that.
But yeah, that was hard. that was a rough month for us. And then after that, Drew texted us. Do I even say that part yet, or just wait until, because they'll say that.
They'll see it on the reaction video. Yeah. Come back to see Drew's reaction and his little twin sixth sense.
Yeah, it was weird. Somehow, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, that'll be titled like telling our friends and family that we're pregnant. That's going to be like a 25-minute long video.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Yeah.
I need to watch that. I haven't even watched it yet.
It's all on my computer. We can go find it whenever.
But we still have, so the idea of what we have to post next video will be telling you our first ultrasound.
Yes. And then
telling friends and family.
Oh,
no, telling parents.
And then friends
and family.
Yeah. Even though like the timeline is not going to be perfect, because we told some people before we told our parents, and that's because
family members. Yeah. Because they were in town and they live far away. And if we didn't, then we would have had to fly to go see them.
Exactly. I think we told 3 people before we told our parents, right? Yeah. So in the video, telling our friends and family, timeline's messed up. Some we didn't have the ultrasound, some we did have the ultrasound. But yeah.
Yep.
Just stay tuned for that. That'll come up probably next week, right?
Sometime, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet. I don't know.
Keep our notifications on.
We're trying to post on Tuesday, Fridays, pregnancy related videos on our YouTube channel, Madeline and Steven, and then still have a podcast on Saturday, I guess, going more into depth about what we had just posted that week before.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think, is there like anything else? Like we talked about, like I totally forgot about the whole Missouri trip.
Yeah, I did too, but we already kind of talked about it. And then if they watch it, they can just kind of realize that I was
it wasn't the worst month of our life, but that was a hard month.
Yeah. Because it was just so scary. Like we literally did not want to even leave our house more than 15 minutes. Like we wanted to be able to be at our computers.
I'm still scared to go like out of town with us. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. But anyways, we're excited to have a baby.
Yay. We did it.
We got to clean out your office. Big time.
Yeah, the baby's room's going to be in my office.
And Drew also said that we should get rid of your L-shaped desk and kind of mirror it. So like you kind of have the same desk as me. So it can be like mirrored on both sides. And I do want to repaint that wall to something else, so you don't have an ugly black wall.
Okay.
So you get to pick out a color that you want to paint the accent wall.
Whatever. You won't even let me choose the baby's room color.
Listen, I don't want it to be all...
I want it to be all one color. I want the accent wall to be a certain color.
Just plain up like that?
Yes, I just want one wall. I wasn't saying paint the whole walls. I think we should do
can I still do that board and batten thing?
Yes, in the color that I want.
Okay. Let's go to Lowe's one day after we clean out the entire room, because I want to get that done ASAP.
We need to. That's like the thing, like Tifton and Ethan, they're about to have their baby in a month. 2 months. About 2 months. Yeah, they probably have like 7 weeks left. Yeah, they just now started, and I know that they're stressed.
Yeah, I want to do that ASAP and get everything in. First of all, I want to get everything out of there. Maybe you can purge some stuff.
Maybe
we could sell a lot of stuff in there.
Babe, I know.
And that's just extra cash on hand.
I know. I've tried. I've already sold my embroidery machine.
I know. I'm so happy for you.
Like
I'm proud of you.
And I have those 2 boxes full of stuff that I need to sell.
And I need to sell and donate clothes too. I already did some of that, even though I don't really need to purge anything.
I need you just to leave me alone. I'm pregnant and tired all the time. I'm waiting till I get my energy back.
Yeah.
I have not got my energy back yet. Yeah. Unfortunately.
I wanted to go buy a Wii game yesterday, and Madeline was like, I'm so tired. Like, I can't even go. I'm like, you just have to sit in the car with me.
Yeah, but it was going to be an hour of sitting in the car. And I was so sleepy.
Yeah.
I had wanted to go to sleep since 5 o'clock.
Matt was like, are you going to be mad at me if I go to sleep? I'm like, yes, I'm going to be mad at you. You cannot go to sleep at 5 o'clock.
And I waited. I was like, okay, 9:30 is a reasonable time to go to sleep.
9:30 is a perfect time to start going to sleep.
But I actually stayed up till like 10:45.
Which is great.
And my head hurt so bad.
Well, okay. Yeah, you could. I mean, you already did take like a 2-hour nap.
No, I didn't nap that day.
Oh, you didn't?
No, because I came home.
You took a 3-hour nap the day before.
Yeah. Yesterday I did not have a nap, and it was bad. So now I know I need my naps.
Yeah.
Because I was not fun.
I'm starving.
Are you?
You gonna go eat something?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, guys, we're gonna go.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, I hope you guys are excited as excited as we are. Probably aren't as excited as we are because we're freaking pumped. But,
yes. Thank you for all the congratulations on all of our posts, TikTok,
we've had an
YouTube,
overwhelming
Instagram.
amount of positive interactions for the past couple days.
Yeah.
So
we're so excited that you guys are excited.
Yeah.
You can't really see, but I have
She does have a tiny bump.
My stomach is hard. It's not just like squishy.
I don't know why it like freaks me out that you're like pushing on it.
It's
like, I feel like it's going to hurt. Like, I know it's okay in there, but like, I'm scared. Cause like, I also saw a video of a lady, like with the pregnant lady was trying to show the baby kicking and the cat sat on it. Like, that scared me. Like, I feel like there should not be like any pressure in that area.
Baby's okay. I think. As long as I'm not like, like,
or like if you fall on something, like fall on a box and like,
yeah,
right?
That would be scary.
That scares me.
I don't think, is this bad?
I doubt it. You're barely pushing your fingers on it. But even like the ultrasound tech, whenever they like go, oh yeah, we're just going to check in here. I was like, be careful. But like, obviously like they know like what to do.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm starving. I gotta go. I just hurt myself doing that. Like,
pushing on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hate when they do that because I gotta pee because they're like pushing on.
Yeah.
Nah.
All right. Later, skaters.
All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the congratulations. We're super pumped and stoked. And we're going to be parents.
Turn on the notifications on our other channel too if you guys want to. And if you guys are just not interested, I'm sorry. This is the content for a while. We're good because we're passionate about our baby.
Yeah.
Is this it? Are we going?
Yep.
All right. I'm hungry. I know I said that like 4 times. Thank you guys so much for listening or watching. If you guys want to get notified every single time we post a video or post a podcast, I don't know how you do it. Like the audio version, get a notification like on Apple Podcasts or whatever.
Every Saturday we're going to post.
Yeah. Every Saturday. Turn on notifications on YouTube by clicking that bell and click all. Cause I know it says like some, all,
personalized, or
personalized
something.
Or all. Make sure to put all because that's all we do is like, we don't do the type out stuff. Mm-hmm. That's what the personalized for. Okay. Bye. Thank you guys so much for watching or listening. Hope you guys are having a great day or night or whenever you're watching this or listening. Always remember to be kind and we hope to see you guys in our next podcast episode.
Bye guys.